Okay, so we're now recording and welcome everyone to the Tuesday Unity Church Group yoga class. So let me move back here to the mat. So again, glad to see everyone. Glad everyone's still healthy and doing well. So everyone take a deep breath in and then let it go. And one more deep breath. And sigh it out. Just coming into the moment, noticing what you feel as you root down through the sits bones into the mat, sinking into the earth. Just notice the sensations of the breath. And the eyes are closed or that soft focus. Just notice any pain or any discomfort today. And opening the eyes, lifting up into that upright seat. Shoulders draw back, chin draws in a little bit. And we'll start with the head and neck. So as you inhale and on your exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder and let the chin drop toward the right shoulder. And bring the head up into center. And now take the gaze left, chin toward the left shoulder. And bring the head up into center. Let the chin drop down toward the chest, keeping the throat open. Inhaling, bring the head up. And take the gaze gently up to the ceiling as you draw the shoulders back and down. Heart moves forward. And bringing the head back up. And now take the right ear toward the right shoulder. And you can extend that left hand with the fingers on the floor if that feels good. And bring the head up and take the left ear toward the left shoulder. Extend the right hand. And bring the head back up. And let the chin drop toward the shoulder, or toward your chest, and then take the chin toward the right shoulder. And then center and toward the left. And center and right. And center and left. And with the chin in the center, inhale and bring the head up. Remember, there's no pain in yoga. You can rest whatever you want. You just have to breathe. And so if you find you're holding your breath, just tell yourself to breathe. Bring the hands out to the side, fingertips down on the floor. Lift up tall and turn the palms up toward the ceiling. As you inhale, lift the hands up toward the ceiling. Let the gaze drift up. Exhaling, turn the palms out. Exhaling, the hands down. Inhaling, open wide. Hands come up. Exhaling. And one more time, taking the palms to the ceiling. Bring the palms together. Reach the fingers to the ceiling. Pressing the elbows to the center. And then let the gaze come straight ahead as you take the arms back by the ears. And turn the palms out, exhaling the hands down. Yeah. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, take the points of the shoulders back, and then let the shoulder blades come toward the center and down onto the back. Gently move the head so the neck stays relaxed. And let the shoulders go. On your next inhale, bring the shoulders up toward the ears. Then the points of the shoulders come back and down. And then release. And one last time, lifting the shoulders toward the ears and drawing them back and down. Take a breath here. Deep breathing, that Ujjayi breath, that warrior ocean breath. And let the shoulders go. Good. And you can bicycle the shoulders if you want, taking one forward and the other back, and then going the other way. Yeah, all good. Bring the arms out to the side, fingers spread, palms toward the floor. Draw the arms into the shoulders as you reach the fingers wide. Yeah, just notice what you feel when you do this. And then turn the fingers up toward the ceiling as if you're pressing out. Now press out through the heels of the hands. Draw the pinky fingers toward your face. Gently move the head. Keep the neck relaxed. And the palms come down toward the floor. Bring the fingers together and the thumbs to the fingers into bird beak. Or if you'd like, you can close into fists and turn the knuckles down toward the floor. I get a little better stretch when I curl the fingers in. And then open the hands wide, spread the fingers. And bring the hands down to the legs. And again, just kind of bicycle those shoulders. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, other hand behind. The hips turn, and then the chest and shoulders, and finally the head turns as you twist to the left, to the right. Inhaling, come to the front, bring the right hand across, and spiral into a twist to the left. Inhaling to the front. Exhale again, a little deeper this time, twisting to the right. And coming to the front. And exhaling to the left. And coming back to the front. Extend the right arm straight out in front. Again, activate the muscles in that arm as you draw the arm in, lifting up tall here. And on your next inhale, let the hand move up toward the ceiling. Follow the hand with the eyes. Draw that right shoulder back. And then turn the palm out and follow the hand with the eyes as the hand comes down behind. Fingers come across the floor, out in front, lifting back up. Palm turns out, add the breath, exhaling as the hand lowers. Inhaling as the hand lifts. One more big circle. And with the hand back to the ceiling, really reach up there, feeling down through that right sits bone. And now take the left hand and slide it out, arcing to the left. Bring the hand back up to the ceiling, reach, and then release on the right. And just notice, extend the left hand out in front Again, lift up tall, draw that arm in, and now as you inhale, take the left hand to the ceiling, reach, and turn the palm to the outside. Bring the left hand down to the floor, and inhaling it back to the ceiling. Turn the palm out and exhale. Inhaling up, one more big circle. And the hand back to the ceiling, turn and reach. Bring the right hand out, slide it out, arc to the right. And come back up to the ceiling and release. Yeah, really good. Come over onto all fours into our table. Spread the fingers wide, feel the palms on the mat, and kind of wiggle the fingers, grip the mat with the fingertips. And we'll do a couple rounds of cat-cow, and then we'll move into that moving cat-cow. So as you inhale, let the belly drop, take the gaze ahead, turn the elbows toward the center, and as you exhale, let the head drop toward the mat. The head, the top of the head, rounding up. Inhaling, big deep breaths here. And exhaling, rounding. Inhaling. This time as you exhale, let the head, the top of the head go toward the mat, round up, and then take the hips back toward the heels. And you might want to open the knees just a little bit. Bring the elbows down, come forward and back up. Inhaling, and as you exhale, round and the hips move back. Again, coming forward, the gaze lifts. Exhaling, head drops, hips move back. Inhaling, coming forward, lifting the gaze, exhaling back, last time. And coming back forward. Come back up into that neutral spine. All right, kind of adjust here, move a little bit. And on your next, next exhale, take the gaze past the right shoulder and bring the weight over onto the left knee, gazing toward the back of the mat, past the right shoulder. Inhaling, come to the front. And as you exhale, take the gaze toward the back of the mat, looking past the left shoulder. Inhaling front. Exhaling, take the gaze to the right. And coming back to the front. One more time. Exhaling, gaze left. And coming back to the front. Good. All right. Let's do some big circles. Take the whole body to the right and then bring the hips back toward the heels. Let the head drop toward the mat. And now move the body to the left and come forward. Yeah. Exhaling to the right and back. Inhaling to the left and up. And take those the other way. Now we're moving to the right and coming forward. And the body to the left and back. One more circle, coming to the right and up. And to the left and back. And with the hips back toward the heels, just let the head go toward the mat. Reach the hands way up there toward the top of the mat. Let the head hang between the arms. So the arms are strong and you're pressing the hands down into the mat. A couple of breaths here. And with each exhale, see if you can have the hips move a little bit closer toward the heels and the head dip a little bit closer to the mat. One more deep breath. And lift the head a little bit. Take the hands off the mat to the right side. Bring the left hand onto the right. Draw the left hip back. And let the head dip toward the right knee. And the hands come to center. Take the hands to the left, right hand on left. Exhaling, just let the head drop toward the left knee. Draw the right hip back. And bring the hands back to center. Again, reaching way up there. Hands are shoulder width. Head releases. And on your next inhale, come up and forward into knee plank. Bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Strong. Elbows or upper arms are in tight to the body. And then bend the elbows halfway and press back up. And bend and press back up. And bend the elbows and press back up. And bring the hips back toward the heels. Take a breath. And next inhale, come up and forward. And we'll come into a knee upward dog, but make it gentle. Just let the hips settle a little bit down toward the mat. Take the gaze straight ahead. And exhaling, bring the hips back toward the heels. Ah, yes. And come on back up into your table. Bring the hips or the knees back under the hips. Extend your right arm straight out to the right. On your next inhale, lift the right shoulder. Open the heart to the right as you reach the fingers to the ceiling. And bring the hand down, thread it under, reaching to the left. The left elbow comes down. Bring the right side of the head to the mat, reaching through. And then you can extend the left hand to the top of the mat, or you can bring it palm down on the sacrum. Or if you're gentle on the shoulder, you can lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Be nice to the shoulder here. And then gently turn the gaze up toward the ceiling. Bring the left hand down under the shoulder. Press back up into your table. Extend your right arm and open to the right. And bring the right hand down. Take a breath here. Move gently. Extend your left arm. And on the inhale, take the left arm to the ceiling. And now bring the left hand down and through, right elbow, left side of the face to the mat. And extend that right arm
out in front, or palm down, or to the ceiling. Bring the right hand down under the shoulder and inhale back up into table. Take that breath, breathe. And extend the right leg with the toes down on the mat. We'll get that leg stretch here. Let the heart release between the arms, pressing back through the heel. And lift the foot hip height. And extend the left arm into awkward pose. One more deep breath. And we'll do that crunch. Bring the left elbow and the right knee together. And then inhale, extend. Exhale to the crunch. Inhale out. And one more time, elbow to knee. Inhaling out. And exhale the hand and the knee down. Take the breath. Extend the left leg, toes down on the mat. Release the left hip. And gently press back. Lift the foot hip height, extending the right arm. Long neck, gazes straight down. And now the right elbow and the left knee come together. Inhaling out. Exhaling, crunch. Inhale out. And again. And inhale out. And bring the right hand and the left knee down. Take the hips back toward the heels. And this time you can cross the arms and rest the head on the arms, or bring the hands down by the ankles. But rest the head somewhere on the arms or a block or the mat. So come back up into your table, curl the toes, and lift into downward dog. Bend the knees. Again, grip the mat with the fingers as you press the chest and the heart back toward the knees. And then pedal the feet. And looking between the hands, step the feet up there. Inhale the half lift. Strong in this half lift. So you're straightening the legs gently here, checking the feet, or the heels are turned out slightly, gripping the mat with the toes. The gaze is straight down, shoulder blades on the back. And breathe. Press the belly toward the toes. And now bend the knees, take the hands down, Let the head, top of the head go toward the mat. And again, pedal the heels. Now bend the knees and press with the feet to round up. Bring the shoulders back, take the arms wide, and on your inhale, the hands lift. Gaze toward the lifted hands. And exhale into mountain pose. Good, yoga flop. So from mountain, we'll do our spinal flow. Inhale the hands up. And exhale, the right arm comes down, arcing over to the right, left shoulder back. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, arc left. And inhale up. And now the twist to the right with the palms toward the ceiling. Inhaling up. And exhaling that twist to the left. Inhaling up. Bring the hands to the heart. Stay long in the spine and hinge. And now release the top of the head down to the mat, to the forward fold. And bend the knees. Bring the hands out in front. Really deep here, pressing with the feet. Exhaling the hands back. Inhale up. And exhale, mountain. Good. All right. So let's step wide on the mat, whichever way works best for you. And press the heels out toward the ends of the mat so you feel pigeon-toed. Bring the hands to the hips and draw the shoulders back. Elbows come toward the back. And now exhale into a wide-legged forward fold. With a little bend in those knees, let the hands come down to the mat. Let the top of the head go toward the mat. Your legs are active, so you can feel the tight muscles in the legs, the thighs. Now come up onto fingertips and just spin the heels in a little bit. Bend the right knee with the fingertips on the mat. Bring the hips over toward the right thigh, the right side. You're getting a little stretch in the inside of that left leg. Just sensation now, no pain. And now bring the hips to center and take the hips to the left until you find that sensation on the inside of the right leg. And come back up into center. Bring the toes to the front again, pressing the heels out. Back to the forward fold. And walk the hands away into wide-legged down dog. So you're working the heels down into the mat, and you're also pressing through the outside edge of both feet. And pressing the heart back between the legs. Let the head go. Just shake the head yes and no. And walk the hands back under the face. Come up onto fingertips. Bring the hands to the hips. Press the belly toward the mat. Inhale and come up. Yeah, all good. And turn the left toes, or whichever toes are, face the top of the mat, close to the top of the mat. And we're going to come into triangle. So put a slight bend in that, in my case, the left thigh, left knee, extending the left hand. And now I'm going to hinge, feel my hips move back as I draw the right shoulder back, roll the left ribs under, and reach to the ceiling. And coming back up. I'm going to move now into Warrior Two, bending that front knee. Strong here. The gaze toward the front of the mat. And bring the right hand down to the back thigh or curl it around the back and come into Exalted Warrior. And if you choose, you can straighten the front leg. And now come back to that Warrior Two. Be sure you see the big toe inside of that knee. And now bring the elbow down to the knee, and my right hand comes to the ceiling. And extend if you choose, letting the arm fall past the face. And now coming back to Warrior Two. Straighten the leg. Bring the hands to the hips and turn the toes again to the front. Take a big, deep breath in. And turn the right toes or the other toes to the back of the mat. Extending my right arm. I'm hinging. And my hand is coming down, rolling my bottom ribs under and lifting to the ceiling. Coming back to my warrior, coming into my Warrior Two, bending my right knee, strong here, pressing that knee out to the side. And now into Exalted Warrior. Coming back to Warrior 2. elbow to the knee, lifting and extending. Coming back to my warrior two. And straighten the leg, bring the hands down, bring the toes to the front. And now turn those toes toward the top of the mat. Come up on the back toes and just step to the top of the mat. Good. Step it out. Yeah. Got warm in here all of a sudden. So a little bit of balance work here. Bring the hands to the hips. Find your spot on the floor. And we'll do that big toe pose, except we won't extend the leg. We'll just do the knee. So bring the weight into the left foot and lift your right knee. Flex your right foot. And now draw that knee to the right. Bring it back to center. And bring the right foot down. Good. Step that out. And now bringing the weight to the right foot. Lift the left knee. Draw the knee to the left. Left foot is flexed. Knee to the center and down. All right. Let's go work on the floor a little bit. So inhale, bring the hands up. And now exhale into a forward fold. Let the head go. Press the hips toward the ceiling. Inhale, half lift. And now step or float back into plank. Take a breath here in plank. Knees can come down to the mat. As you exhale, bend the elbows, coming down onto your belly, release the toes, and now lift into cobra. Press the toes down into the mat. One more deep breath. And now bring the chin down to the mat. And take a breath. Bring the elbows under the shoulders into Sphinx. And this doesn't have to be, a real tough thing here. So if you want a little bit more, you can draw the arms, the forearms, toward you and lift the gaze higher toward the ceiling, but just go where it's comfortable, reasonable for you today, with the fingers spread wide. And bring the right arm across under the face. Come on to, well, let's go the other way. So we'll start facing the camera. So I'll bring the left arm across. I'll come onto my left hip. I'm going to flex both feet now, and I'm going to lift my right leg. Strong through that leg, strong through that left shoulder, pressing back through the heel. And bring the right foot down, take a breath. One more time, lift the right leg, pressing back through the heel. And then bring the right foot down. Bend that right knee, reach back to the foot. Try to keep the right knee on top of the left knee, and then gently draw the heel toward the hip. Release that, bring the hand to the inside to the big toes, and then lift the right foot to the ceiling. Now release the toe, bring the right hand down to the mat, keep the left or the right foot lifted, the toes point to the top of the mat. As you exhale, take the right leg down, inhaling, lift it back, exhaling, lower, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And now come back over into Sphinx. Take that breath. And if you choose, you can let the elbows come out and take the right side of the face to the mat. And the left side of the face. And come back up into your Sphinx. This time we'll go the other way. So I'm going to bring my right arm across, come onto my right hip, flex my feet. And now I'm going to lift the left leg, pressing back through the heel. Staying strong through the shoulder, strong through the lifted leg. Bring the left foot down onto the right. Take a breath. And lift the left foot. Again, strong, pressing back. One more breath. And take the left foot down on top of the right. And bend that left knee, reach back to the foot. And gently draw the heel toward the hip. You can grab a pant leg here, whatever it works for you. And then release. Bend the knee. Find the big toe. And lift that left foot to the ceiling. Now release the toe, bring the left hand down, and slowly lower the left leg down on top of the right. And point the toes and lift. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, lower. Coming back into your Sphinx. Take that breath. Now press in down with the top of the feet and with the knees and just let the hips lift off the mat. Neck is long, gaze straight down toward the hands. Curl the toes, and if you choose, press back through the heels and the knees come up. Two more deep breaths. And bring the knees down, bring the hips down, open the elbows wide, take the right side of the face to the mat. Release the toes, heels out. And the left side of the face. And the chin comes to the mat, bring the hands under the shoulders, and just perhaps back up into table. Take a minute here in table. Just gently move. And bring the feet around to the front. Bring the feet halfway in, come into a balance. And if you choose, you can extend one leg, straighten one leg. You can support the legs or not. And then switch. And then extend the other side. And back to the other side. And bring both feet down, come to cobbler pose. And you can slide the feet away if you choose and come into butterfly, diamond. Just breathe. And now extend the legs. Put a bend in the knees. Lift up tall. And see if you can get the toes. Well, it's hard to have the toes pointed back toward your face with a bend in the knees, but you can try that. But exhale and come into that seated forward fold. And remember, you can slide the heels away for more sensation, or you can bring the heels toward you for less sensation. Be sure the belly is resting on the upper thighs. And let the head go toward the knees. And inhale and round up. Good. Bring the hands behind the knees and just gently roll down to your back. And let's just take a moment here in reclining cobbler with the soles of the feet together, knees wide, palms toward the ceiling, and just breathe. And the other option here is supported bridge, where if you choose, you can take a block and bring the feet in and then put the block under the sacrum, flat side, short side, long side, whichever you choose, with the palms up toward the ceiling. And now we breathe. If you're in supported bridge, press with the feet, lift the hips, and remove the block. And now bring both feet into the hips, knees up to the ceiling, and bring the right knee into the chest. So circle the toes and go the other way. And then draw the knee over toward the right shoulder. And take the right foot straight up to the ceiling, press up through the heel. And the left leg can be straight if you choose. And then slowly lower the right leg down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then point the toes and lift it back up. And slowly lower. Point the toes and lift it back. And lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And you can leave the right leg extended or bring the right foot in, bring the left knee into the chest. Circle the toes. The left knee toward the left shoulder, finding that opening in the hips. And then lift the left foot straight up to the ceiling. Slowly lower the left leg down. Point the toes and lift. Flex and lower. And point and lift. Flex and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Oh, yes. Bring the left foot in, bring both feet in close to the hips. And the feet can be mat width or hip width or together, whichever feels good for you. Bring the arms wide and let the knees fall to the right. Turn your gaze toward the left. And just breathe here. And if you'd like a little more intense twist, you can bring the right ankle onto the left knee. And release the ankle, bring the knees up, let the knees fall to the left, turn your gaze to the right. And again, the option to bring the ankle onto the knee. And release the ankle, bring the knees up. Bring both knees into the chest and just gently rock. Side to side, whatever feels good. And bring the feet down, extend the legs, full body stretch. So bring the arms behind, and on a big deep inhale, just extend everything. Press through the heels, reach through the fingers. And exhale into Savasana, finding the most comfortable pose or posture you can think of. Just take a big inhale. Exhale, releasing everything into the mat. Stay here if you'd like, or you can wiggle your toes, flex the fingers, roll the wrists, bend the knees. You can stretch, whatever feels good. Coming up to a seated posture, I'm going to get my chair, bring it back over. So thank you all for practicing with me today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And I'm going to stop the recording. And go back to gallery view. I thought, yeah. Okay. At least I hope. I'm going to go back to gallery view.